are just minutes away from Game 2, the second of the quarterfinals for the Hawaii College Summer League. Gary Dickman here for Game 2 with Tony Solito back after the first game. Got a great matchup. National Fire Protection 0-9 in the regular season. They're going to try to get their first win at the right time. They are going up against GRANTCO Pacific, trying to keep advancing in the playoffs. The winner of the first game was World Strategy. They will get Electricians Hawaii on Thursday night at 7:30, and the winner of this game will get Chosen Few on Thursday in the semifinal as well. We'll be back with the starting lineup. We're going to get them in just a minute. Tony, your thoughts on the first game where World Strategy won 98-91, eliminating Clark Hatch Fitness?
Well, you know, the first thing that jumps out, of course, is that Chancey Orr scored 39 points. You know, anytime in any game, I don't care what level, Little League, college, high school, JV, you score 39 points, you've done an outstanding job. And usually with that kind of offensive effort, it kind of stretches the defense, and a lot of other guys score and do a good job, all because you scored your 39 points. Chancey Orr was totally outstanding, did not miss a lot of shots, did not take a lot of bad shots, and made all his free throws. So he was very outstanding.
I felt bad for World Strategy on Thursday. You and I were at the game at Manoa Rec. They only had 4 players. Their coach turned into a player coach, and James Williams giving them 5, but they were no match on that night. But they come back in the playoffs, and they've got a lot of talent. You mentioned Chauncey R. His father played in the NBA, did a good job for HBU. He is formerly of Bowling Green University, and I only caught the last few minutes, but 39 points. He and Julian Sensley are really excellent 1-2 punch. They go up against a higher seed with Electricians Hawaii. It's going to be a tough game on Thursday.
Well, I think so. Well, first of all, Julian Sensley can play anywhere, anytime, with anybody. Very good player, sets a great tempo, and Chancey Orr is coming into his own. He has 1 more year left at Hawaii Pacific University. I think this will be an outstanding year for him, and he's done really a good job. So I'm anxiously looking forward to Thursday, and hope he continues to play well.
Now, in the second game that we have tonight, we've got GRANTCO Pacific. They have done pretty well in this league, but they're going up against a team that hasn't won a game, the National Fire Protection. You would think on paper it's no match, the National Fire 0-9. But you know, as far as the coaching goes, that you don't take these teams lightly. 0-9 doesn't mean anything come playoff time.
Well, you know, whenever you play in a league like this in the summer, it always boils down to what team is the hottest. And National Fire, although they haven't won a game yet this year, they have 3 or 4 really outstanding three-point shooters. So if those guys get hot, it's going to be really a tight game.
One of the players for National Fire that they don't have tonight is Michael Thomas, UH senior to be. He's had 26 points average this season, but he is not here tonight. A familiar face for basketball fans, though, is Chance Gallagher. Kaiser star from the last few years. He is averaging 22 points a game. He looks like the guy to stop. And another familiar name, Nick Velasquez, formerly of Punahou. He's averaging 21.3. Terrific high school player for them.
He was. Both of them were terrific high school players. Both of them made All-State. Both of them led their teams in scoring. And now they're both going to college. Velasquez is going to Western Washington, and Gallagher is going to Saddleback Junior College, which, by the way, is an excellent junior college. Both of them shoot the ball well. Both of them shoot the jump shot. So hopefully it'll be a good game.
And we are not getting the announcement of the starters, but we will announce them as we see them approach the court. For National Fire, they've got James Lefebvre, number 24 from UH Hilo. Nick Velasquez, number 22, we mentioned formerly of Punahou. Chance Gallagher, 23, going to Saddleback, as you mentioned. The other starters, and I know you've seen Jamari Hamilton, 6'4", out of California, doing a very good job, number 21. And the final starter for National Fire, and we'll get his name in just a second, number 11, Alejandro Pardy of Chaminade. For GRANTCO Pacific, their starter, jumping center, Sean Cadell out of the Navy. We've seen him for many years here. P.E. Mins among the starters. Joshua Burnett also there, and also Joseph Gowdy out of Lelehua. National Fire wins the jump. It's Hamilton with the ball, going up against a man-to-man. Gallagher with the screen. Nothing there. Hamilton still with the ball, looking for somebody down low. Tried to get a pass down low. It's almost intercepted. Loose ball, and still battling underneath the basket in the corner. And it's like Caleb Gilmore picks up the ball. for GRANTCO Pacific. Fast break going. Left-handed shot is up and in for GRANTCO Pacific. Caleb Gilmore with an early basket.
Even when Caleb Gilmore stands still, he's fast. Very quick young man.
One of the best high school
quick.
players a few years ago. Marino High and then Kalaheo winning the state championship, redshirting at Chaminade. Gallagher with a three for National Fire. Hits the rim, off, and we've got a rebound going to Party for GRANTCO Pacific. Looking to run, up 2-0. 20-minute halves here in the College Summer League.
Well, this should be a high-scoring game, Gary, because actually there's 10 guards on the floor. So
everybody loves to shoot.
And
Mims
everybody's
missed the
quick,
basket.
and everybody likes to shoot.
Party gets the rebound. Back over to Mins on the right side, covered by Gallagher. Man-to-man for both teams. And we're going to have an out-of-bounds call. Party stepped on the out-of-bounds line underneath the basket. National Fire with the ball. They trail 2-0. 18:50 left in the first half. And for National Fire, we've got Alejandro Party with the ball, covered by Caleb Gilmore. 30-second shot clock here. Velasquez has the ball, almost moves it, regains control. He's looking for a long three, pulls back, nothing but net for Nick Velasquez. 3-2 National Fire.
Nick's used to playing in his gym. He's played here a couple years for Punahou.
Gilmore with the ball, almost loses it, gets it back out. And we've got a shot by Party. It is no good. Gallagher with a strong rebound. National Fire looking to run. Velasquez with the ball. Left corner. Pulls back for a three, and he will take another three. This one is an air ball. They get the offensive rebound. Hamilton gets a shot blocked. Loose ball controlled by P.E. Min. Sean Cadell now with the ball, trying to get past midcourt. Regains control. Got Burnett driving left baseline. Pulls up, nothing there. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. Joshua Burnett, standout for Marino at this gym as well, getting the basket for GRANTCO.
Well, Josh Burnett was an all-state player. You know, he's going to Kennesaw State. He played a little bit last year, so he has a little bit of college experience. So that's why he'll stand out. He will stand out. He's an excellent athlete. He runs the floor really, really well. He's got a nice jump shot, and he's a good free throw shooter.
Great memories of him in high school. And National Fire at the line for two. Jamari Hamilton out of California. First shot is nothing but net.
I like him. He's a good player, good scorer.
First time I have seen National Fire this year. You've seen them several times, and they are looking for their first win of the season. Second free throw, nothing but net by Hamilton. We are now in a 5-4 lead. National Fire by 1. Caleb Gilmore with the ball, crosses midcourt. Covered by Party. Gets Burnett. Guy played high school for a little while together. Cadell now with the ball in the right wing. And now we've got P.E. Mins with a long shot, and that shot is short. Looking for a foul, nothing there. Velasquez with the rebound. He crosses midcourt. Down baseline, the pass is intercepted by Joshua Burnett. And he's got a 4-on-2 if he hurries. Gets the ball to Cadell. The basket is good. P.E. Mins, with the basket. GRANTCO with a 1-point lead, 6-5.
Excellent pass by Josh.
Hamilton drives the lane. He gets blocked by Burnett out of bounds, and it will be National Fire ball. 22 seconds on the shot clock. 16:55 left in the half. Hamilton inbounding underneath his own basket. Gets Velasquez, double teamed in the corner. Escapes that. Now he gets to the Party. Up top, covered by Gilmore. Screen set by Hamilton. Party will drive baseline. Left-handed shot is good by Alejandro Party of Chaminade. 7-6, National Fire. Gilmore with the ball. Covered by Party. Gilmore drives left baseline. Gets the step and the separation. Good move by Caleb Gilmore. Gets the easy basket. 8-7 GRANTCO. Velasquez with the ball. Now they say number 10 is Joseph Gowdy. I'm not sure if that's actually him for GRANTCO. Hamilton now with the ball. Delane. Turnaround jumper. And it goes in for Jabari Hamilton. You're right about him. Very good player. 9-8. National Fire with the lead. And they say it's Gowdy with the ball. Gives it to Cadell. He gets the easy scoop layup.
Well, Sean Cadell is a veteran player. He's been playing for the past 4 or 5 years, so I'm sure this isn't anything new to him. And he's a good player, too.
Party solid. With the three-pointer.
Alejandro Party for 3.
Gilmore with the ball. Pulls up for a 3. Hits the front of the rim. No good. Gallagher with a strong rebound. 12-10. National Fire with the lead. Velasquez with a nice bounce pass. No opening there, so Party will take the three from the corner. It is good for Alejandro Party. Back-to-back basket. And National Fire winless on the season, but they are leading by 5, 15-10.
That was a nice shot from the corner. That was a very difficult shot, too, coming off a bounce pass.
And we've got a jump shot from Joshua Burnett. It is no good. Party with the rebound. Little contact, nothing to give to the Gallagher. He'll drive baseline. Foul is there. Shot is no good. And Chance Gallagher will go to the line for 2. 15:07 left in the first half. 15-10, National Fire with the lead.
Well, I think Gallagher put the defensive man in a position, whereas if you even come near trying to stop me, you're going to foul me. So he aggressively went to the basket. Then he had a chance to make the basket and a free throw and get fouled. So he got fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
It's still very early in the game. 15:07 left in the first half. National Fire, again, 0-9 on the season, but they lead by 5. If you're the opposing coach, how do you make sure your team is not overconfident, overlooking a winless team, and not get complacent?
Well, you know, I've watched National Fire a couple times, and they always seem to jump out into a big lead. And that's been their modus operandi for the past season. And then what happens is the game goes on, they seem to lose it a little bit. So hopefully tonight they'll hold on to that lead, because if the opposition takes them lightly, they better be careful. They got a couple good players on their team that can play really well.
And we are just about out of the timeout. Again, National Fire with the lead. And they've got some talent on this team. And if they had Michael Thomas, it'd be even better. But Gilbert Hicks, a veteran not only on the court, but also as a coach. So he knows how to prepare his teams. And early on, they're looking pretty good right now. And you would never guess they were an 0-9 team.
No, you wouldn't. You know, Gilbert Hicks has been coaching a while. And when I was a coach, and the NAI allows you to put your entire team in this league, and I always made him coach my teams because I thought he was an excellent coach, and he was really always into all the ball games. So I really admire him. I coached against him when he was at Hilo, where he was an All-American, and he was a terrific player also.
So he's got to go back probably to late 70s as far as playing at UH Hilo.
Yep, he sure does.
Gallagher makes both free throws. 17-10 lead for National Fire. Gilmore with the ball. Over to Burnett. Tries it up top to Cadell. Gets it down low baseline. Nothing there. Gives it back outside. And now we've got Cadell with the ball back down low. Looks for an opening, and he finds Javon Sotaro. 17-12, National Fire.
Remember what I said, Gary. 10 guards on the floor. So the game should get up into the 90s.
Those are the kind of games you want to see, though.
Of course.
I mean, defensive battles are good, but in these summer leagues, you like to see a lot of offense. And so far, we have seen that. Cadell with the ball. Back up top to Sotaro. Gets a screen. Gives it back to Cadell, drives to the baseline. Bank shot is no good, loose ball, and Velasquez picks it up for National Fire, looking to run. Gives it to Gallagher, driving left baseline, nothing there, almost traveled, and they do call him for a travel. Official Thomas Yoshida saw the travel on Gallagher, and ball will go over to GRANTCO Pacific, as Gilbert Hicks will call a timeout. 14-12 left in the first half, 17-12, National Fire with a 5-point lead.
Well, I think National Fire has to be very careful, because this team that they're playing, GRANTCO Pacific, runs up and down the floor constantly. They have a constant speed in which they play, and sometimes that wears down National Fire protection. So they got to be really careful.
And we're still trying to find out exactly who number 10 is for GRANTCO Pacific. They listed him as Joseph Gowdy. I don't think that it's him, but we'll try to clarify that.
Either.
Everybody else we have got on the roster as Caleb Gilmore about to inbounds for GRANTCO Pacific. It'll give it over to P.E. Mins. Mins, former University of Hawaii football and basketball player out of Kamehameha High School.
Out of Kamehameha High School, where he was an all-state player.
Covered by Gallagher, spins left, drives in the lane, nothing there. Over to Burnett. Burnett left corner, he'll pull up. Nothing there, gives it to Cadell. 13 on the shot clock. Burnett fakes, goes baseline, and makes a nice layup. Nice ball fake by Joshua Burnett. Gets the easy separation, a nice layup at the basket. Velasquez with the ball over to Gallagher. Looks for Velasquez, cutting, nothing there. Behind the back dribble, almost loses it. Regains control, back up top to Velasquez. Now he's covered by Cadell on a little switch. Over to Hamilton. He gives it down to missed shot for National Fire, as that was James Lefebvre. Started the game, comes back in, misses the shot for National Fire. They still lead by 3. GRANTCO with the ball. 20 on the shot clock, 3-point lead. They got Gilmore, drives in the lane, nothing there, almost loses the ball, but he is fouled by National Fire. Alejandro Parde with the foul on National Fire before the shot, and they will inbound underneath their basket.
Late in the game, Caleb Gilmore is an excellent player to have because he's a terrific free throw shooter. Very good free throw shooter.
Burnett inbounds the ball to Caleb Gilmore. He'll pull up for a three and hits the front of the rim, no good, but Pete Mins with a one-handed rebound. He spins left, nothing there, gives it back up top to Gilmore. He'll try another three. This one hits the front of the rim again. Loose ball out of bounds. I believe Pete Mins touched it last. That is correct. National Fire will inbound up by 3, 17-14 with 12:54 left in the first half. Velasquez with the ball now for National Fire. Crosses midcourt, gets a screen by Lefebvre. Almost loses the ball. Velasquez back up to Hamilton. He'll try a three, and that is off. Out of bounds, and they say it goes off of GRANTCO. National Fire ball. 18 on the shot clock as Party will inbound underneath his own basket. 3-point lead for the Fire. Party out of Chaminade inbounding. He gets Lefebvre from UH Hilo. Party trying to post up Gilmore. He turns around. Nice shot by Alejandro Party. Doesn't have a lot of height at 6 feet, but over Caleb Gilmore, he decided to use that little advantage to get the basket. Pete Mins now with the ball for GRANTCO. Over to Burnett. He drives in the lane. Gives it over to Cadell. He'll fake, go up, and he will be fouled by Chance Gallagher. Sean Cadell going to the line for 2. It's fun seeing some of the veterans that we've seen for years here. You mentioned Sean Cadell out of the Navy. He's been playing here at least 5 or 6 years and one of the steady players in the summer league.
Well, you know, once you have that experience, I think it becomes a lot easier to play, especially here. You saw Chancellor in the beginning of the season. He's a good player, you know. But boy, has he ever improved and exploded for 39 points in the first game, all because he's got a lot of experience now playing the past games in the gym. So he's looking very good. Some
Cadell
of these guys,
both free throws.
Some of these guys like Cadell does the same thing. Misses free throws, goes for a layup and scores.
He made up for it in a hurry.
In a hurry.
3-point lead for the Fire, 19-16. Party with the ball, covered by Gilmore. Like this matchup. Drives in the lane, left-handed shot is no good, and the rebound goes over. National Fire loses the ball, and they will get the ball back. You see the National Fire gets the ball off the missed shot by GRANTCO Pacific. That was Javon Sataho with the ball and misses the shot out of Piper High School. Not sure exactly where Piper is, but the missed shot. And now Nick Velasquez with the ball for National Fire. 11:50 left in the half. Hamilton now with the ball. Thinks about a long three. Fakes, drives in. Little runner is no good, a little too small, but Party gets the offensive rebound. He'll turn around at the free throw line. That shot is no good. Loose ball, and it goes out of bounds off of National Fire. GRANTCO Pacific ball. They are down by 3, and they've got the ball with 11:39 left. And it will be Javon Satoho inbounding the ball to Caleb Gilmore. Looking forward to watching him at Chaminade this year. Pulls up for the 3, and Gilmore shot again. He missed his last 3, usually a steady 3-point shooter. Velasquez with the ball. And he will pull it back out, covered by Joshua Burnett. Still looking for somebody cutting or getting some opening there, and he finds Hamilton on the right side. Back down low to Gallagher. He's looking to post up, and he'll turn around, and Chance Gallagher's shot is no good. Joshua Burnett with the ball. He loses it. Gallagher picks up the loose ball. They got a 3-on-1 if they hurry. And Cadell with a smart foul. Gallagher was about to go in for the easy dunk. Sean Cadell, not called an intentional, but it was a smart play to stop the fast break and have National Fire inbound the ball instead of the easy 2. And we will get a substitution for National Fire. Kiowa Mahiko out of Kailua High School coming in now for National Fire. Mahiko with the ball.
We get these guards coming in for guards, so it keeps the 10 guards on the floor, Gary.
And Lefebvre with the shot goes around the rim and no good. He gets his own rebound, and he will be fouled. And Lefebvre will go to the line for 2. James Lefebvre from UH Hilo, 6'6" for it.
Biggest man on the floor at 6'6".
Right now he is the big. That's a little bit of a rarity. Chance Gallagher about the same size as well.
Yeah, but Chance is a guard.
And the first free throw too strong.
Chance is a guard. Lefebvre is definitely a small forward.
Pacific, number 23, Ty States.
And we've got Ty States coming in, number 23 for GRANTCO Pacific, coming in for Joshua Burnett. Lefebvre at the line for a second foul shot, and it is good. 4-point lead, 20-16 for National Fire. Gilmore with the ball. Still in a man-to-man. And he's covered by Mexico. Goes left side. Shot is blocked by Hamilton. Good help there by Hamilton down low. National Fire now looking to run. Nice pass to Gallagher. Gets the shot blocked. They're going to call that goaltending. And Ty State's got up there to block Gallagher's layup, but he got it on the way down. Basket good for Gallagher. And now we've got a 6-point lead for National Fire. Kainoa Peterson in the game for GRANTCO. Gilmore with the ball, drives down, gives it back out, and the long shot is no good by Ty State. National Fire and Mexico with the rebound. Gallagher looking to run. He pulls up for a three, thinks about it, pulls up and shoots it. Nothing but net for Chance Gallagher. And this is the biggest lead for the winless National Fire protection. 9-point lead, 25-16.
Love to see it. Love to see it. 0-9 team, leading by 9.
25-16.
Tahoe with the ball, gives it over to Cadell. He drives in the lane, bank shot in. Not sure if he meant to bank it, but Sean Cadell with a smart shot, cutting the lead to 7. Velasquez with the ball, covered by Sataho. 9:40 left in the half. Febre with the ball, thinks about a three. Gives it to Hamilton. The ball is knocked away, though, by Peterson. And now knocked away by Mexico. He steals it. Could have been a double dribble. They don't call it. And it said Lefebvre will pull up for a three, and that is good for James Lefebvre. And they are up by 10 now, their biggest lead for National Fire. Gilbert Hicks about to crack a smile.
And Randy Borg, the owner of National Fire, is jumping up and down on the seat over there.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
So Tahoe with the shot. It is no good. Long rebound controlled by Hamilton.
Hamilton tough.
He looks to run.
I like Hamilton.
And he'll go all the way to the basket. Nobody picks him up. And Jabari Hamilton gets the easy layup.
I like Hamilton. Good player.
National Fire doing a great job. And we've got a 12-point lead. I don't blame Alan Silva. He's not jumping. If he's jumping up and down, it's not in happiness. He is not happy with his team that finished 4-4. The games on Saturday were canceled because of the impending storm. So they didn't get a chance to play on Saturday. They didn't affect their playoff seeding. But they're going up against a winless team. And right now, not looking too good for GRANTCO, but it's early.
Well, you know, National Fire Protection, because Randy Borg is the owner of National Fire, played for me in high school. I really favor his team, and they're 0-9, so I'm looking forward to them getting their first win.
You and I were talking the other night about some of the comebacks. There have been a few games, not only this year, but every year, where a team might be down by 20-plus points, and they come back and win. No lead is safe with so much time left. And again, we're only a little bit past midway through the first half. So with 8:51 left, it's not panic time at all for Alan Silva and GRANTCO Pacific. But you want to start playing better and kind of get back in this game. And right now would be an opportune time.
Well, whenever you have 10 three-point shooters on the team, on the floor, you're going to see some scoring.
Cadell double team, gets it back out to Min. Shot is blocked by Hamilton. And they try to get the pass to him for an easy basket, but wasn't strong enough, gets knocked out of bounds, and there'll be a foul called. I believe Todd Poe fishing in this game with Thomas Yoshida. And they are calling a foul. GRANTCO will inbound the basketball. Chance Gallagher with a foul. Second foul on Gallagher. Peterson with the ball, try a three. And that is good by Kainoa Peterson. 30-21, National Fire with a 9-point lead. Hardy with the ball now for National Fire. Gets it down to Lefebvre. He looks to spin. Goes off of Cadell's foot, and National Fire will inbound. 19 seconds left in the shot clock. 8:10 left in the first half. Hardy inbounding underneath his own basket. It's for Gallagher, cutting nothing there. Lefebvre gets the ball on the left side. Down low to Gallagher. Posting up against Pete Mins. Turnaround jumper's a little short. Mins with the rebound for GRANTCO.
30-21, 8 minutes.
Pete Mins bouncing the ball. Finds a cutting. Oh, it's like Peterson. He'll get fouled. And actually, it'll be a foul on National Fire.
Foul number 14.
Mexico with the foul.
Mexico, first personal.
And we will get to the free throw line.
Not a Kaika Phillips. I don't know who it is, but it's
It's
not.
Thompson. I don't have his first name. It's like Jason Thompson. Number 15 is checked in. You don't have where he's from, but it is number 15 Thompson. Josh Thompson. Now we're hearing. All right. Cadell inbounding for GRANTCO over to Peterson. He'll drive in the lane, goes in. Thought he was fouled. I saw some contact. The official did not party with the ball now for National Fire. Gives it over to Gallagher, covered by Peterson. Peterson's still frustrated about the non-call and tried to make up for it. 20 on the shot clock. They're going to call a backcourt. Gallagher was the last one to touch it. Turnover, National Fire. GRANTCO getting back the ball at midcourt. Cadell inbounding for GRANTCO Pacific. He gives it to P.E. Mins, covered by Velasquez. 7:33 left in the first half. Looking for a screen from Cadell. Gets it. Tries to get the mismatch. Will drive baseline. Now he gets it over to Tahoe. He'll try to three. Way off. Offensive rebound, P.E. Mins. Nothing there. Finds a little opening. Nothing there. Cadell with the offensive rebound. He'll put it up and in for GRANTCO Pacific. Too many opportunities for GRANTCO on that possession. National Fire has got to do a better job boxing out.
30-23.
Velasquez with the ball.
7:05.
Gets a screen. Pulls up. Nothing there. Now covered by Cadell. Over to Mexico. He'll drive baseline. Tries the shot, but he gets fouled by Kainoa Peterson. 6:58 left and a half, and Mexico will go to the line for two.
Yeah.
Number 50, Kainoa Peterson.
National Fire up by 7 and 6 minutes to go till 7 minutes actually to go in a half, and they got a nice little lead. I hope they keep it, and I hope they do well for the remainder part of the half. So they go in leading, which would probably be the first time this year that this has happened. So hopefully they'll take advantage of it.
First shot good by Mexico. I believe he was playing at Kailua High School a year ago. Got to see him play a few times. Good player. Second free throw is good. Joshua Burnett checks in number 20 for GRANTCO Pacific. And he gets the ball now. 9-point lead for National Fire. Burnett with the ball, crosses midcourt. Gets a screen, will drive in the left side, tried the right-handed shot, it is good, and a foul for Joshua Burnett. Nice patience there. He started driving into left, switched hands, and made the basket, and will get the foul. Joshua Burnett trying to make it a three-point play.
First personal, 15 foul. At the line, Josh Burnett, one shot.
So we have on the floor 3 All-State players in the state of Hawaii, Josh and Velasquez and Chance Gallagher from Kaiser. So, you know, their play is very good, and it looks like they're going away to college and they're playing, so they got a little bit of experience under their belt.
As Velasquez misses the left-handed shot, Burnett with the rebound, and he gets it over to Edison. Nothing there. Gallagher with a strong rebound, a strong pass. Pass was a little too strong. Tried to get a cutting Velasquez, but the ball goes from one end of the court to out of bounds, and it will be GRANTCO Pacific ball. 6:27 left in the half. Only a 6-point lead now for National Fire as Hamilton comes back in for Mexico. P.E. Mins with the ball for GRANTCO Pacific, covered by Velasquez. Screen there, drives left, and try to get a cutting Cadell, but ball's loose. Burnett picks it up, and he'll get it in. Nice layup by Joshua Burnett. 5 in a row for Burnett, and only a 4-point lead for National Fire. Party with the ball. He'll get the screen. Doesn't use it. Covered by Edson. Hardy spinning around, nothing there. Gets the ball knocked away, and it was knocked over by P.E. Mins, was the last to touch it. Ball went out of bounds, but P.E. Mins did deflect it a little bit. National Fire retains possession. 16 on the shot clock. Party with the ball. Gets Velasquez. Pulls it back up. Covered by Peterson. Drives baseline. Nice shot around the rim and in for Nick Velasquez.
Aggressive shot. Nice shot by Velasquez.
P.E. Mins with the ball. Covered by Velasquez. Peterson now covered by Gallagher. Thinks about a three. And he'll take it. And the shot is around the rim. No good. Loose ball controlled by Lefebvre over to Party. Party from Shamna with the ball, gives it over to Velasquez. Wide open three, so he'll take it. Nothing but net for Nick Velasquez. A 5-0 run by Velasquez. 9-point lead for National Fire.
Nick was a good shooter at Punahou. I'm sure he's a good shooter at Western Washington. Shoots the ball extremely well.
Edison gets the ball to a cutting Cadell. He'll try the shot a little too strong. Knocked out. We're going to get a foul called, and I believe it's going to go on GRANTCO Pacific over the top.
In for GRANTCO Pacific, number 11, Caleb Gilmore.
As Caleb Gilmore checks back in the game. 5 minutes exactly left in the first half. Lefebvre inbound to Velasquez.
5 minutes, first half.
37-28, National Fire protection. Velasquez gets the screen, escapes Gilmore, gets Lefebvre cutting in, but he passes it back out to Gallagher for a three. Short, and Gilmore with the rebound, looking to run. Crosses midcourt, covered by Velasquez. He'll drive left baseline. Nothing there, pulls it back out. P.E. Mins now back to the three-point line. And we're going to get a foul or an illegal defense, I believe, or 3 seconds. No, we're going to get a foul.
Illegal defense. First warning.
And that is just a warning. Thomas Yoshida on the call. P.E. Mins inbounding. 4:33 left in the first half.
In for GRANTCO Pacific, number 12, Javon Sadaho.
Number 12, Javon Saturday.
P.E. Mins inbounding. To Gilmore. Sadaho with a shot and hits the rim. No good. Lefebvre with a rebound. Over to Party. Looking to run, crosses midcourt, finds Velasquez. Drives in the lane, left-handed pass to Hamilton, right underneath the basket. Easy basket for Jamari Hamilton. Smart teamwork, good passing.
Nice pass, nice play, nice play.
39-28 National Fire.
Sadaho with the ball, he drives to the basket, he gets the easy layup.
Javon Sadaho.
39-30, National Fire with a 9-point lead.
Well, that's what happens when you have all guards on the floor. There's no rim protector, so guys go to the basket a lot and score a lot because there isn't anybody in their way.
Velasquez with the three. I guess you have to sacrifice something. You got all the guard play for the good shooting, hopefully, but then you don't have the rebounding or rim protector, as you said. Sadaho with the ball. It's double team. Tried to give it to Gilmore. It's deflected into the back court. But last touch by National Fire. Gilmore with the ball. 3:33 left in the half. Gets a screen by Cadell. Drives baseline. Nothing there. Gives it to Barnett. Cutting to the basket. Nice teamwork. Good pass by the ex-teammates. And Gilmore to Joshua Burnett. 10-point lead for National Fire. They've got the ball. Lefebvre down baseline. Gets a cutting Gallagher. He is pushed. And wow, they say it is out of bounds. I think Chance Gallagher got pushed, but Thomas Yoshida said it was just a lost pass, out of bounds. National Fire turns it over to GRANTCO Pacific.
Personally, I thought that was a good tackle.
It would be in football. As we just watching the monitor here, and I guess Tommy Yoshida closes the basket and says, no complaints from either team that we can see.
Except maybe Gallagher, because he was on the floor.
Yes. I don't think he's too happy, but mopping up a little bit of the sweat there. 3:12 left in the first half. 10-point lead. Every time we talk about National Fire with a double-digit lead, GRANTCO has come back. They cut it down to 6, but it is back up to 10. GRANTCO with the ball. Mins gets a cutting. Sadaho, he gets the ball and an easy layup. National Fire caught napping on defense. 42-34.
42-34.
Velasquez with the ball. Long three by Velasquez. No good. And Burnett goes way up.
Over the back.
But I think he went too far up and over the top.
back.
And they will call Joshua Burnett for over the back on that attempt at a rebound.
Foul number 20, Joshua
Hardy will
Burnett.
inbound for National Fire. 2:52 left in the half.
Well, I think people have to understand, they could call a foul on every single possession. However, they pick and choose the ones they call, and I think they do a great job.
Yeah, the refs are definitely doing a good job. We see them in high
really
school.
control the game.
Lefebvre makes the jump shot. 10-point lead again for National Fire. Gilmore drives in. Ball is kind of pinned. They're going to call it a jump ball. Possession arrow is GRANTCO Pacific. With 2:38 left, 10-point lead for National Fire. And I'm not sure what Thomas Yoshida is signaling. Shot clock has 22 seconds is what he's signaling. Burnett inbounding. And he gets Gilmore, fakes, pulls up for the 17-footer. Too strong. Rebound by Sadaho. He looks for an opening, nothing there. Gives it over to Cadell. Long three is too long. Gallagher with a strong rebound. Party with the ball over to Velasquez. He's driving in the lane. Nothing there. It gets back. It's blocked by Cadell, but it goes off of Cadell's chest out of bounds. Good defense by Cadell. Just couldn't maintain his balance to keep the ball in bounds.
Good hustle by him. Very good hustle.
20 on the shot clock. 2:20 left in the half. Party inbounding. Oh, having a hard time finding anybody. Gets to Lefebvre. Pulls it back up. Party now posting up. Gilmore goes up, fakes, and he goes in. Nice basket by Alejandro Party. Second time he has posted up Caleb Gilmore. 12-point lead for National Fire.
They're both going to be playing for Chaminade this year.
Sadaho with the ball. Less than 2 minutes left in the half. Nice pass to Cadell down low, and he is fouled by Alejandro Party. Good pass by Sadaho to Cadell, who's cutting in the lane. But Pardo right there wasn't going to let up the easy basket, and Cadell will go to the line for 2.
16 foul.
1:55 left in the first half, 46-34. GRANTCO Pacific trails by 12 and now 11 as Cadell makes the first free throw. Again, National Fire 0-9 on the season. Last place, but they are right now leading the higher seed. Gallagher with the rebound off the missed free throw. 11-point lead. Hamilton with the ball. Burnett knocks it out of bounds, and it will be National Fire ball. 25 in the shot clock, 1:47 left in the half. Party again inbounding. In the corner gets Lefebvre, thinks about a 3-0 there, gets Gallagher down low, and he is fouled by Joshua Burnett as Gallagher cuts to the basket trying a layup. Joshua Burnett with another foul. I know he fouled out on Thursday night. He's got to be careful about fouls. Only 2 on the night for Burnett.
Well, he's an aggressive defensive player. He's always been an aggressive defensive player, and he has a little size, so he always seems to get a mismatch regarding a guy a little bit bigger. And when that happens, he's definitely at a disadvantage. Chance is bigger. Chance looks like a 6'5", 6'6" kid compared to Josh, who's 6'4".
Misses both. Had a great career at Kaiser. Misses both free throws here. 1:38 left in the half. 11-point lead for the Fire. Sadaho drives in a crazy left-handed shot, no good. Cadell with the rebound, that's no good. Velasquez with the rebound, looking to run. Crosses midcourt, gives it over to Party, back over to Velasquez. Gets a screen, nothing there. Gallagher now, who thinks about a 3, he'll drive in, left hand, and he will be fouled. And that will be on P.E. Mins with the foul. 1:18 left in the half.
Foul number 21, P. Mins. Second personal.
2 on Mins.
Team foul.
Non-shooting, I believe. But I think they're in the bonus, so Gallagher will be at the line.
Shooting foul.
1-1.
1-1.
I wonder if this will be the only time all year that National Fire has had a lead at the halftime. You kind of talked about that earlier.
Kind of exciting so far. They're up by 11.
It'll be a different halftime speech by Gilbert Hicks, that's for sure.
Gilbert's in this game. He's always in every single game, coaches every single minute. He really puts his heart and soul into the games. And
first shot is good by Gallagher.
Terrific.
Earning him the second free throw. 12-point lead.
And this could be their biggest lead if he makes this shot. It's a 13-point lead.
Around the rim and out. Cadell with the rebound, still at 12.
47-35.
Cadell will take the ball past midcourt, covered by Lefebvre. And he wants to take Lefebvre, it looks like, but gives it over to Burnett. Down low to Sadaho, but he is fouled by Velasquez with 1:03 left. And I believe both teams are in the bonus right now.
Second personal.
So Sadaho will be at the line for 1-1.
At the line, Javon Sadaho, 1-1.
1:03 left in the first half. First free throw is no good. Gallagher losing the ball out of bounds. Nobody near him and just couldn't keep the ball on. I'm not sure if it was a wet ball, but Gallagher by himself maybe had too much room. So ball goes back to GRANTCO Pacific. Sadaho inbounding under his own basket. Finds Gilmore, covered by Party. Sadaho with the ball, goes around the screen. Nothing there now. Drives in the lane, pulls back, nothing. Gives it back over to Mins, covered tightly by Gallagher. And now Cadell with a long 3, and that hits the backboard, no good. Gallagher with the rebound, gives it over to Velasquez. Velasquez running, gives it over to Lefebvre for the nice fast break layup. Velasquez to Lefebvre. 14-point lead for National Fire, 33 seconds left in the half. Gilmore with the ball. 10-second differential on the shot clock, so they're going to have to shoot. Cadell with the ball, drives baseline. Nice shot by Sean Cadell.
Wow. What a shot.
And now National Fire will play for 1. The shot clock is off. They lead by 12. Velasquez with the ball. 12 seconds left in the half.
I think that's amazing without Chamberlain scoring. He's been scoring all year, so look, hopefully in the second half, maybe he'll come alive.
3 seconds left. Velasquez still with the ball. Tries to get a cutting Hamilton. It's not there. Burnett steals it. And that will end the first half. National Fire patient, but unable to even get a shot off at the end of the half. So we've got a 12-point lead for National Fire. Again, we've mentioned it over and over. They were 0-9 on the season. And this is a playoff game. It's win or go home. And National Fire with a very comfortable 12-point lead. The only thing is, and I'm sure Gilbert Hicks is reminding his players, there's 20 minutes left. in the second half, and they cannot get complacent at all. But so far, so good.
Yeah, but it's nice to see them leading, and I know that coach is going to be excited about the lead. He'll tell them what to do at the end of the half, and then hopefully in the next half they'll continue to lead and win their first game.
You've mentioned several times how we have so many guards on both teams, leading to a lot of outside shots, a lot of running, a lot of transition and fast break. If you are Alan Silva, George Gilmore helping out as well for GRANTCO Pacific, should they try to attack the basket? Sean Cadell has done a good job driving baseline. He's got a little bit of size depending on the matchup. Do you try to do that, or you stick with the outside shooting?
Well, I don't know. I've never been blessed with all guards on my team, so I don't know what that means. But, you know, whenever you're in that situation and you're the smaller club, I think it definitely is in your favor if you run the ball a lot more and if you take a lot more shots and you're more aggressive offensively, because you're not going to be able to do anything or do much defensively. So you look to try and win the game on the offensive side.
You and I have been watching these games forever. I believe I was first watching Summer League in 1980 at Kailua Rec back then. So you've seen these games over the years. Teams don't always use the shot clock, but you would think when you have a nice lead. Now, again, right now it's going to be the beginning of the second half, a lot of time. As we get down to the 8-9 minute mark, should these teams maybe take a different approach with a lead and try to use the shot clock?
Well, I think they should, but sometimes that doesn't work. You know, since I've been coaching, every time we tell the kids to slow the game down, you know, it has a certain effect on them. And some of your teams are able to handle that and others are not. So you have to be really careful. I don't know what coach is going to say. If they slow it down a little bit, it may affect their offense. So you got to be really careful.
We talked about this. You and I have been doing this. I believe this is our 4th year doing these games on Olelo TV, and we thank everybody from Olelo, all the crew and staff doing a great job. Who are some of the better players you have seen? And I know there's been a lot. Who would you put near the top of your list?
Well, I'm a fan of Julian Sensley for sure. You know, I thought he's done a great job over the years. And, you know, it's hard for me to remember. It's hard for me to remember all the players because the names seem to run together. But, you know, Jeremy Robinson has always played really, really well. A lot of the UH players have played extremely well because for one reason, I think that they're more in shape and take the game a little bit more serious because some of the local players play only in the summer and, you know, play street ball play gym ball during the regular season. So they get a little bit better coaching. So sometimes I think that works in their favor. But all in all, I look forward every summer to watching the teams play as you have, and I really enjoy the game.
Our cameras just showed Gilbert Hicks with his team, and he did have a very big smile on his face. Seemed to be joking around with his players. I'm sure that wasn't the only message at halftime, but it's good to see him happy. For myself, I would agree about Julian Sensley. And there's been a lot. It's hard to remember all of them, but I would have Julian Sensley and Derek Lowe at the top of my list. Derek Lowe, another great player. Both guys have got to be in their 30s, and it looks like they're still playing in college the way they're in shape and the effectiveness and the skills that they still employ. Both guys, terrific players to watch. Always enjoy watching them.
Well, the good thing is that they're both played pro ball for a long time. They're both from Hawaii high school, Derek from Iolani and Julian from Kalaheo. And that's really, I think, a tribute to Hawaii basketball. I know one of the big things for us was that when we played in the national championship game and won the game, people didn't even know where Hawaii was in the first place. The other thing was they didn't even know they played basketball. So, you know, it was rather funny because we thought we had a pretty good team and played pretty good basketball. So, I mean, I think it's a real tribute to Hawaii basketball.
One of the things I'm always kind of interested is when we look at the roster, there are always 6 teams in the Summer League. There are a number of players who are from out of state. Now, they might play college basketball, they might not, but why are they here in the Summer League? We're glad they are. A guy like Sean Cadell is in the Navy, so he's got the military connection. But there are players from California, Arizona, all over the place that are playing Summer League here in Hawaii. I think that's kind of fun.
Well, you know, one of the things I think that really amazed me coaching at Hawaii Pacific was that after the kids got through with school, they still stayed here in Hawaii. Tony Smalley, there's a whole bunch of them. Marco Johnson, Alvin Stevenson, James Williams. They all stayed here in Hawaii to live because it's such a great place.
And then in the summer, they played basketball and still play pretty good basketball. So that's why they're from California, Florida, all over the place. And I don't blame them for staying because I came from New Jersey, and I liked it so much I stayed for about 60 years.
I'm from New York, and I've been here 35 years or so. I'm kind of losing track after a while. Tony, do you ever get the urge to coach in one of these leagues?
No, I never do.
That was a quick answer.
I can't explain to people that, there's so much mental and physical strain on you when you coach. There's summer, there's worrying about your players, there's worrying about guys getting in trouble, guys not passing their grades. And I must say one thing, and I've said this many times, the team that won the national championship for us, every single kid graduated. And we're very proud of that. And a couple of them got their master's degree and are doing very well. We're very proud of that. But it is a very tedious thing because you cannot relax for any time in the summer or at any time because you're constantly in the flow of basketball. So when people ask me if I ever get excited to coach again, I go, absolutely not. After Marinol and HPU, no, I don't think I want to do that again. A little bit hard.
But all the things you mentioned, you don't have to worry about grades and kids getting in trouble. The summer league, all that kind of goes away. A lot less stress for a head coach. You just have to worry who's going to show up every night.
Well, I know, but the thing about the summer league is that you never get a chance to coach. You only get a chance to see them when they show up.
Right.
And I'm not that kind of a coach. I'm a nitpicker, and I get excited about little things that you don't do. So I wouldn't like that situation. And I did it when I was in high school, coached in the summer league. But I wouldn't do later on because I wanted everybody to play perfect. And naturally, you can only accomplish that in practice.
It's only a little over 12 months since you and I were here. We're about 300 of your closest friends as the court here at Marino was named Tony Solito Court. How did that make you feel that night? It was a great night for me, and I'm sure it was even better for you. And every time you come into this gym and you see your name at midcourt.
Yeah, I think that was great. The only thing that, once again, the only thing I think people don't understand is that when I was at Marinol, we practiced outside with rubber basketball. And so when we had to go play in Blaisdell and play in the ILH against St. Louis, Iolani, Kamehameha, Punahou, Damien, all those schools, we had to use leather basketballs. And the guys had to make the transition. We never told them anything about that. And so as a result, it didn't seem to bother them too much. But I certainly would have loved to have this court to play in and practice in and then go play, because I think it would have made a little bit of difference for us. But in general, I think it's a great tribute to the players because, and my assistant coach, especially Russell Dung, because without those guys, my name wouldn't be on the court. They were great players, and I really appreciate it.
We're only 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. GRANTCO Pacific trails by 12. These are the playoffs. National Fire 0-9 on the season. With that lead, we'll get ready for the start of the second half in a second. I want to go back to what you just said. I don't think a lot of people realize that was actually the circumstance or the condition. You didn't have a gym to play in, ever. No. Not to practice, not for games, period.
Well, not only that, I didn't have a gym to practice in when we won the national championship. HBU still doesn't have a gym, so I consider that myself a pretty outstanding thing to be able to accomplish that.
Well, great memories from when you coached in high school and at HBU. We talked about the national championship, and again, your name right here on the court. We will do it again on Thursday. We'll have both games Thursday, 6 o'clock and 7:30. Those are the semifinals. We do know that in the first game Thursday, it'll be Chosen Few. They are coached by John Lane. They are 7-2, tied for first place. They will get the winner of this game. The second game on Thursday at 7:30, we'll have Artie Wilson's Electricians Hawaii, also at 7-2 in the regular season. They will get Walt Strategy Partners in that 7:30 game, as we are just seconds away from the start of the second half here. And as we've been saying often, there's a lot of time left, and in a few minutes, there won't be a lot of time left. We'll see what adjustments both teams have made for the start of the second half.
Yeah, it should be exciting.
And I would say Sean Cadell is really the main threat for GRANTCO, though Joshua Burnett with some key baskets as well. For National Fire, they've had a number of players. Gallagher had a 5-0 run. Velasquez had his own 5-0 run. Lefebvre's had a couple of threes. Hardy doing a great job as well. We've got the same starters for National Fire: Pardee, Velasquez, Hamilton, Gallagher, and Lefebvre. As the teams are getting ready for the start of the second half. National Fire getting a few shots in before we start. It'll be Burnett, Gilmore, Sadaho, Cadell, and Mins for GRANTCO as National Fire will inbound. They've got the ball. Pardee looking to inbound to Nick Velasquez. We are underway in half number 2, 49-37. National Fire with a 12-point lead. Man-to-man again for GRANTCO. Hamilton with the ball. Over to Pardee. Covered by Gilmore. Lefebvre thought about it. 3 gives it over to Gallagher. It looks like they're taking their time early on. Velasquez with a 17-footer. Hits the front of the rim. Burnett with the rebound. And he will advance for GRANTCO. Crossing midcourt. Covered by Hamilton. Left-hand pull-up for Joshua Burnett. Hits the rim, no good. Gallagher with the rebound. Pardee with the ball now for National Fire. Early on in the second half. National Fire, at least on their first 2 possessions, showing a lot of patience. Pardee with the ball, goes over the screen to Hamilton. 16 on the shot clock. Hamilton pulls up for a 3. That'll be a little short, but it goes in, hits the front of the rim, gets a nice bounce for Jamari Hamilton.
Hamilton better not get hot because, you know, he can turn this game around. He can increase that lead or keep that lead. He only scored a couple points in the first half. He's their best offensive player.
If you're GRANTCO, you don't want to keep hearing about National Fire with the biggest lead of the game, and now it's the biggest at 15.
Oh, what a block.
As Sadaho drives in, and that ball is blocked out of bounds. Looks like he thought he had a layup, but it is blocked. National Fire will still be on defense as GRANTCO inbounding, 12 on the shot clock, excuse me. Gilmore with the ball. Over to Cadell. Drives in the lane, spins. Bank shot is good off the glass for Sean Cadell. Another impressive drive in the paint for Sean Cadell. 13-point lead. A lot of contact there. They're going to call the block on Gilmore. He didn't realize that Pardee was spinning around that way, tried to react, and definitely initiated contact. First personal on Caleb Gilmore. Velasquez will inbound right in front of us. Inbounding to Pardee, covered by Gilmore. 18:30 left in the half. Pardee taking his time. Left-handed dribble, spins to his right. Over to Gallagher. Behind the back dribble, goes in the lane, but loses the ball. But it is knocked out of bounds off of Burnett. And National Fire will keep the ball. 17 on the shot clock. 18-18 left in the second half. Pardee inbounding. 13-point lead. Lefebvre with the ball. Pardee down low. He's done this a few times over Gilmore, posting down low, turns and makes a nice little floater. Alejandro Pardee.
Same move. Same move twice in a row.
He is definitely taking advantage of that height differential when Gilmore is on him. National Fire steals the ball midcourt. Hamilton drives in, left-handed shot. It's good for Jamari Hamilton. And now we've got another biggest lead of the night of 17.
56-39.
Gilmore with the ball. Nothing there, drives in the lane, gets past Pardee. Nice little scoop layup is good by Caleb Gilmore.
Quick.
Velasquez with the ball. He drives coast to coast, but Gilmore with a steal. Gilmore behind the back dribble, and he is fouled by Alejandro Pardo. Nice defense by Caleb Gilmore there. 2 fouls on Pardee. Both teams with 1 team foul early on. 17:37 left in the second half. Gilmore with the ball, nowhere to go, but he escapes it. Almost goes out of bounds. Drives baseline now. Nothing there, but gives it to Cadell. Behind the back pass. Back up top to Sadaho. He'll try a 3. Off the rim, no good. Pardee with the rebound. Across midcourt. Over to Lefebvre. Fake, tried to drive, nothing there. Picks up the dribble. The ball is knocked out of bounds off of Caleb Gilmore.
Caleb Gary has been a good player ever since he's been a little kid. I had him when he was 12 and 13. And in some games when we played in a Palama Settlement for the championship, you know, he scored 35 points as a young kid. He's always been a good player. Never grew, though. I thought he would get bigger. He never grew.
Well, he may not have gotten bigger, but he sure got a lot better. And he, again, one of the best players in the state his senior year.
Oh, yeah. His father was an All-American at Chaminade. He was a great player at Chaminade.
Velasquez misses the 3. Gilmore with the ball. As Ty States checks in the game for GRANTCO Pacific.
Nice catch.
Burnett with a little spin down low. Nothing there. Pulls it back out.
Nice defense.
And finds Pete Mins barely. In fact, it wasn't barely. It was out of bounds. Threw a pass the other end of the court. Mins jumped up, tried to save it. 1 foot out of bounds.
Beautiful defense.
15-point lead for National Fire. Again, they are 0-9 on the season. It's win or go home in this game. Hamilton set the screen, but Party couldn't use it, so Gallagher has the ball. Back up to Hamilton. Covered by Burnett, goes around the screen. Down low to Lefebvre. He's going to try to post up Cadell. Spins, goes to his right. Basket is good, and a foul. Lefebvre goes to the line after making the shot over Sean Cadell.
How many times have you seen that up and under move work? It works every single time. Great move.
Smart basketball by Lefebvre out of UH Hilo. Try for the three-point play. Foul shot is no good. Burnett with the rebound. Back to the three-point line. Gives it over to Gilmore on the left side, covered by Party. Gilmore spins but loses the ball. Lefebvre picks it up. But he gets double-teamed, and State steals the ball over to Burnett. He'll try the shot, no good. Burnett gets the loose ball over to Cadell. He'll try the shot. He is fouled by Lefebvre, and Cadell will go to the line for two. Good defense by Lefebvre. Had nothing to do but foul to make sure the layup wasn't converted.
Foul number 24, James Lefebvre, second personal.
Second on Lefebvre. And we're going to get a timeout. Gilbert Hick calling a 20-second timeout. 16:07 left in the second half. 17-point lead for National Fire. Again, coming into this game, if you would have told me the team that was 0-9 would be leading by 17 4 minutes into the second half, I would not have believed you.
Well, I think that's what all coaches fear when they play a team that's, that hasn't done well all season, and then you play them and they seem to click. And before you know it, you're down by 15, 16 points with still a lot of time on the clock. But you get a little bit edgy, and the players press a little bit more, and then sometimes you're not as efficient as you should be.
And you always hear it's hard to beat a team 3 times. I always think it's hard to beat a team once if you're winless against them. 0-9 team, I believe they have played GRANTCO twice, and obviously they haven't won, but that doesn't matter when the playoffs start.
Well, they have 3 or 4, I think, really interesting players on their team, and they're good. It's just that, they've had the lead a couple times during the year, and it didn't work out for them, and now it's working out. So let's see how long they can hold on to that lead.
Cadell's first free throw is no good. I think free throws are very important. Even at this stage, they're going to come into play at the end of the game. Cadell does convert the second, 1 out of 2, and it's a 16-point lead, 58-42.
Well, they're important if you're losing, that's for sure.
Velasquez with the ball, covered by Cadell. And he thought he had Lefebvre. Lefebvre cut one way, the ball went the other, but Hamilton picks up the loose ball. He'll drive in, little pump fake, and Hamilton with the basket. Jamari Hamilton. 18-point lead. Pete Mins thinks about a 3. Over to States, he'll try the 3. Nothing but net for Ty State.
States for 3 from P. Mins.
Big basket for GRANTCO.
60-45.
Velasquez with the ball. Over to Gallagher. He'll try a long 3. Barely hits the rim. Cadell picks up the loose ball. And they're going to call a jump ball. Looks like Cadell was trying to call time. That's what Gilbert Hicks wanted, but they called the timeout. But the possession arrow is for GRANTCO Pacific. They will retain possession. 15:23 left in the second half. 60-45, National Fire. Gilmore with the ball.
No.
Looks right, goes left.
Oh.
The shot is no good. A little too strong. Velasquez with the ball. Covered by P.E. Mins, very tightly. Approaching the 15-minute mark of the second half. Party with the ball now. Gets Hamilton. He'll try a 3 off the screen. That is a little too strong, but Lefebvre picks up the loose rebound. He'll try the shot, no good. Gilmore with the rebound. He had Burnett, didn't see him. Now he does. A little too late. Burnett misses the shot, but gets his own rebound. One-handed shot is good by Joshua Burnett. 13-point lead. 5-point difference, GRANTCO just in the last minute, so they are chipping away. Gilmore with a tough steal, and he'll go in for an uncontested layup, but pass it to Min for the dunk. Great defense by Caleb Gilmore. Just like that, it's down to 11.
14-21.
8-0 run in the last minute and a half for GRANTCO. Velasquez with the ball. Gets the Lefebvre cutting in, and he is held by Gilmore. Basket is good and 1. So Gilmore in that possession didn't really have a chance to foul and stop, but just stuck his arm out there. But that wasn't enough. If you're going to foul, really foul him with the left hand too little and not strong enough to prevent Lefebvre from getting the basket, now looking to make it a 3-point play. Fibre are very smart players we've seen tonight.
James the Fever.
Well, he's been very effective tonight around the basket. He's the biggest guy on the floor. He's 6'6".
He misses the free throw, and I think he crossed the line too soon. Yeah, shooter violation on the shooter. He knew it was off before anybody else. Didn't matter because the shot was no good. GRANTCO with the ball, down by 13. Is this their run? It's beginning to look like one with that 8-0 run they just had. Burnett with the ball. Covered by Mexico, just checks in the game for National Fire. Burnett drives, and I'm not sure what they're going to call. They're going to call it travel. And both refs looked at each other. I thought it was going to be a foul. Basket was good, but they called travel before the shot was up. National Fire with the ball. Velasquez gets a screen by Mexico. Goes around it. Now covered by Peterson. Kind of a Peterson in the game for GRANTCO. Velasquez stutter step goes into the basket. No good, a little short. Mexico with the offensive rebound. Pulls it back up. Hamilton over to left. Back to Velasquez. Will try a three as Burnett is hurt. And the ball is tapped out. And Velasquez, another shot. And this one is good. Joshua Burnett is hurt. Did not play defense there. Velasquez was left open. And he converts on the second three-point shot as Burnett will leave the game limping on his right leg. Sean Cadeau will come in for Burnett. 16-point lead for National Fire. 65-49, 13:31 left in the second half. Gilmore with the ball.
Looks like Burnett twisted his ankle a little bit.
Long three, no good, just hits the backboard by Gilmore. Loose ball. And we'll see. Looks like GRANTCO has it. They're going to call a timeout. Alan Silva calling timeout as Kai States had the ball. It's like he was fighting his own teammate for the ball. But they get a timeout before a turnover occurred or a jump ball. So GRANTCO now, they made a nice run. They cut it down to 11 points. But now it is back up to 16. There's still a lot of time left. Pretty soon, though, Tony, the clock will be a factor.
I think it might be a factor. I'm just a little disappointed in, they cut it down and then it went right back up again. So, now it takes time again to cut it down, and then you got to be careful that they don't bring it back up again. So, it gets a little bit of a challenge for GRANTCO Pacific, as opposed to National Fire, who seems to be very comfortable leading, and they've never led that much, never led this late in the game all year.
We all know how basketball is a game of runs. It's just a matter of how long the runs will extend and how the other team responds. Well, again, GRANTCO had that 8-0 run, and it looks like they were ready to get back in the game, and they were for a minute. But I think it was key that National Fire, as you said, they're kind of not getting rattled, and they got a few baskets, getting the lead up by 16.
Well, I think that shot by Velasquez when he was open is a very difficult shot when you're open. And he made a shot, and it was absolutely terrific. So you got to give him credit for that. I think that was a big shot in the game.
Definitely was. Cadell with the ball, nothing there, pulls it back out to Peterson. Over to Cadell, back up top to Gilmore. 5 in the shot clock. They're not aware of the shot clock. Mins with the ball, 2 in the shot clock. Cadell gets the ball, and we get the violation. They were not aware after the timeout that the shot clock was down. They got the ball with about 8 seconds left, and nobody was aware of that.
First time tonight the shot clock has gone off. First time.
Usually the team has enough patience to use the shot clock.
No.
They just were not aware of it after the timeout.
They weren't aware of it. You're absolutely right.
Velasquez with the ball, gets a screen from Hamilton. Now covered by States. He'll drive right. Nothing there. Tried to find Hamilton. It was open, but the ball goes out of bounds. Hamilton was expecting it a little bit higher. States inbounding for GRANTCO. Party all over Gilmore, but Gilmore gets the ball, complaining that he was fouled to no avail. Crosses midcourt. Still covered by Party. Gilmore gets States. He gets around the screen, tries a long shot. The long two is good by Kai State. 65-51, National Fire. Hamilton with the ball. Way out back of the line. Thought about it for a second. Mexico over to Velasquez. Party down low, got to post up. Gilmore again, it looks like, but he turns around, drives in, fake. Shot is up and good. Alejandro Party, one of the smaller guys in the court, but covered by Gilmore. He's one of the bigger ones. Down low and gets the easy basket. Ball is thrown out of bounds by GRANTCO.
In for GRANTCO.
National Fire with the ball. As Gilmore will take a little bit of a rest, as Joshua Burnett's ankle seems to be okay. He checks back in the game.
And now the score goes right back up to 16.
12 minutes left in the second half.
And it was 16 with 16 minutes left.
Velasquez with the ball. Pete Mins all over him. Looking for a screen, nothing there. Up top to Party. 15 on the shot clock. Party goes around the screen, will pull up, but it actually passes to Lefebvre was cutting. Nice teamwork. Party was up for the shot, but Lefebvre cut to the basket. Party saw him and got him cutting in for the easy layup. Well, back up to an 18-point lead.
This is by far the best game Party played all year.
And we've got States with the long threes off, but he gets his own rebound. Intercepted by Velasquez. He'll go in for a layup. Pete Mins comes from behind and will foul him. Smart play by Mins after the heads-up play by Velasquez with the steal. Velasquez will go to the line for two.
Not a smart play at the end of the shot, though. I thought he should have stopped and let him go by him, and he didn't.
I guess they'll take their chances with the 2 free throws as opposed to the layup. We'll see if Velasquez can convert, possibly getting this lead to 19 or even 20.
Randy Borg, the owner of National Fire, is over there in the corner, and he's very nervous.
He looks it.
He moved from the center of the court to the end of the court back there. He's afraid to look at the game.
If this was an NCAA tournament, this would be like a 15 over a 2 seed.
Absolutely.
Velasquez converts on one of the two. 19-point lead, 70-51. Burnett with the ball for Grantco. Drives in. Ball is pinned by Party, and it goes out of bounds off of Party.
Party's playing tough tonight. It's the best game he's played all summer by far.
Do you know, is he still at Chaminade?
I think he is at Chaminade. I haven't seen him play. I think this is his first year.
Burnett with the ball in bounds. They're going to call foul on Sean Cadell, I believe. Wow.
I thought he bounced it out of bounds, but I guess it was offensive foul.
You don't see too many offensive fouls on an inbound like that. But everything is going National Fire's way. Up by 19, 11:06 left in the second half. Hamilton with the ball. Covered by States. Spins. Pump fake, nothing there. Turns around again, and the shot is good by Jamari Hamilton. That was a smart play. Very good shot.
Very good shot. I think I said in the beginning he's a good offensive player.
For the umpteenth time tonight, this is the biggest lead for National Fire, 21. Burnett with a long three. Around the rim and out. Peterson with the rebound. That is no good. Hamilton with the rebound. He gets fouled by P.E. Mins. Can't complain about that. Too much contact by Mins. 4 fouls on P.E. Mins. 6 fouls you are allowed before you foul out
And that
in the
was
summer
a
league.
foul. You know, it's amazing how many people foul and look at the official like it wasn't a foul.
It's a natural reaction.
It's a natural reaction.
You look at a guy like Bill Lambier, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they never committed a foul in their career.
Don't say it's a natural. Please, don't say that.
Nice pass by Velasquez to Party down low. He fakes, goes up for the shot, gets the bounce, and it is by Alejandro Party. Alejandro Party is about a 6-foot guard, has scored more baskets from 2 feet than from 15 feet.
54-51, National Fire.
The Fire up by 23. States with the ball, covered by Mexico. The Cadell loses the ball temporarily, regains it. Covered by Gallagher, switches to the right hand.
Sean Cadell. Foul number 23, Chance Gallagher.
Cadell will go to the ball go to the line for 2. Gallagher with the foul. 9:59 left in the second half. 1-1 as they are in the bonus, and the first free throw is good.
Timeout.
We got a timeout by Alan Silva of GRANTCO Pacific. And now the clock is a big factor. You can't keep saying if you're Alan Silva or George Gilmore, there's a lot of time left. Even though it's basically 10 minutes left, there is. But not when you're down by 20 points. You've got to convert every free throw. You can't afford careless turnovers. You've got to make some smart decisions offensively and defensively.
Let me tell you, Gar, as a coach, being down by 20 points is a disaster. I mean, you have to play an almost perfect offensive game and a perfect defensive game because you have to limit your opponent, and then again, your kids have to get hot. So it is something that they're going to try and do. However, it's a very difficult thing to accomplish.
When I watch games like this, and again, technically there's plenty of time left to come back in it. But as I said, I don't think a lot of teams look at it this way, or fans might not. Every free throw is key. You can say, well, there's a lot of time, but every missed free throw makes that deficit still in double figures. On every possession, you've got to be patient. You've got to take a smart shot. You can't afford to go out of your normal offensive flow and force shot. That's not going to get the job done.
No, but you know, the thing that people have to understand watching in the gym and on the TV is that These guys don't practice every day, and that makes it even harder.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to overcome a 20-point lead, especially when you don't practice every day.
But then again, National Fire's in that situation, and they got the 20-point lead as Velasquez has the ball. A little switch there, covered by Cadell. Crossover dribble, drives baseline, and gets the shot. Nick Velasquez. Really nice move with the crossover, drives left baseline, and gets the basket.
9:40 left in the game.
22-point lead, 76-54. States with the three. Hits the rim, no good. Gallagher with the rebound. Over to Velasquez. Finds Mexico, cutting to the basket. He'll go up. No foul, no basket. Missed shot is controlled by Peterson. Kainoa Peterson with the ball. Gives it over to Burnett. He'll try a three. And that is good by Joshua Burnett.
Burnett for three from Kainoa Peterson.
19-point lead, 76-57. 9:10 left in the half. Velasquez slowly advancing past midcourt. Covered by Mins. Screens coming up on both sides. Doesn't use any of them. Drives in the lane, gives it back out to Lefebvre. He'll drive in, and he is fouled, I believe, by States. And he'll go to the line for two.
I don't think I've watched States play before, or I don't remember him because he's had a pretty solid performance tonight.
I'm not familiar with him at all either. You know, one of the things that's unfortunate with some of the teams in this league is that you have to, again, we talked earlier about teams having every player show up. GRANTCO Pacific is missing Jeremy Robinson. Great career at the University of Hawaii, playing for the Hawaii Hammerheads coming up. I'm not sure if he's in Vegas with his summer league team, but that costs some teams, and they really miss him tonight.
Oh, yeah, he's a good player. He's an excellent player. He's played well in this league all year, all the time.
78-57, the Fire up by 21. Cadell with the ball. Goes baseline. Shot is strong, no good. Lefebvre with the rebound. A couple of bodies fly. No call. And Velasquez with the ball. He'll drive baseline, spins it over to Lefebvre. The ball is knocked out by Cadell. Now Mexico picks it up. He'll drive in, throws up a floater, no good. And the ball is out of bounds off of Ty State. And the ball fell off his backhand, so tough play for States.
As Randy Borg, the owner of National Fire, paces in the corner, hoping the clock goes down faster than it will.
You think he has a lot on this game? Hardy with the ball, the shot. He thought he was fouled. No call, but he gets a steal, and he goes in for the left-handed layup. Makes up for it. Again, Hardy scoring more from right at the basket than up on top as the guard. You wouldn't expect that. 23-point lead, 80-57. Peterson with the three. Be way off, barely hits the net, but it is saved by State, but it goes out of bounds trying to get it to Cadell.
Possession, GRANTCO.
GRANTCO will keep the ball. I guess they call it kick on the play. 7:57 left.
Is that a 23-point lead, Gary?
Yes,
I see
it
up
is.
there.
And the deficit and the clock are GRANTCO Pacific's biggest enemies now.
Ladies and gentlemen, concession stands are still open. Concession stands still open.
Gilmore with the ball. Over to Burnett. He turns around from the free throw line. Shot is too strong. Velasquez with the rebound. Great game for Nick Velasquez on both ends of the court. Will drive all the way in. The shot is blocked by State, but he's going to get fouled. And Velasquez will go to the line for two.
Velasquez is a very good free throw shooter. Very good. He's been
Great
good all
career
year.
at Punahou.
Great career at Punahou.
4
4 fouls on Cadell with 7:39 left in the second half.
Velasquez, 2 shots.
Velasquez trying to extend the lead. First free throw is up, and it is good. Nothing but net. 24-point lead. Nick Velasquez getting ready for his second free throw. And around the rim and out. States with the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds off of National Fire. Mexico back in the game. I think this is Velasquez's first rest of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Well earned, and they can definitely afford it. Gilmore with the ball, covered by Mexico. Sadaho back in the game. We haven't seen him in a while. Ball is knocked away by Gallagher. Tough play. The pass was not on line, and Gallagher saw it coming to him, but also banged bodies and the foul on Gallagher. They've got the foul on the wrong person. That was on Gallagher. Sadaho inbounding underneath the basket.
Correction, foul 23, Chance Gallagher.
Guess they heard me.
Personal, 14.
Sadaho inbounding. Gets Gilmore right there. Good pass. Nice pass by Kalen Gilmore on the left side. 81-59. Hardy gives the ball to Hamilton. Almost stolen by Burnett. And Hamilton, I thought he traveled. They don't call it. Lefebvre with the shot, no good. Mexico tried to save it, but saves it to Gilmore. Burnett now with the ball. He goes in underneath the basket. He'll be fouled by Gallagher again. Tough plays back-to-back for Gallagher. Didn't really have a lot of contact.
No, but that was an excellent foul, though. He wasn't going to give up a layup.
Preventing the easy basket. 5 on Gallagher. He gets one more.
Now, Velasquez is going to come back in, and there are 3 guys on the bench that haven't played. Now, that's my kind of coach. Not because
So when would it be safe to put those guys in who haven't played yet?
I have very serious thoughts on that. Exactly. When the game is won, you can substitute.
And that's a good point because the game is not won
No,
yet.
the game
Still
is
a lot of time left, even though it's
not.
going to be very
No,
tough.
7 minutes is way too long.
Burnett hits the second of the 2 free throws.
81-60, 7 minutes.
Still a 21-point lead, exactly 7 minutes left. And that's why Velasquez came back in the game. Gilbert Hicks realizing the game is not over. Does not want to give GRANTCO any opening or situation where they can come back. If he's double teamed, Cadell knocks the ball over to Gilmore. He steals it, looking to run, pulls it back up, thought about a 3, gives it over to Sadaho. He'll try a 3.
No.
That is short.
No.
Loose ball controlled by Mims.
No.
He'll try a shot, no good. And we're going to have a foul called. And that will go against National Fire. And that will be against Hamilton, I believe.
Foul number 22, Nick Velasquez.
Velasquez, they call it on.
16 foul.
Both teams in the bonus now. Mims at the line for 2. P.E. Mims played on Kamehameha State Championship team, and I believe he either played center or the power forward position back in high school. Walked on at UH.
I know. I tried to recruit P when I was coaching at HPU, and he wouldn't come. I was very disappointed. I thought he'd be a great Division II player.
Does make both free throws. Ended up playing football a little bit for UH. Burnett with a steal. He'll go in for the layup, and he converts. And if they're going to have their last run, this is the time to do it for GRANTCO. 4 quick points, 81-64. Full court pressure. Hamilton gets the ball. 3-on-1. He goes by himself. Misses the shot. Loose ball controlled by Sadaho. They've got a 3-on-2. Burnett has the ball. He will be fouled by Party down low. And GRANTCO making their run right now. Still a lot of time left, but they've got to get this deficit down. And in the last minute or 2 they have. But it's still a 17-point lead. 81-64, 6:06 left in the half. Gilbert Hicks calling a timeout. He is not smiling right now.
That last National Fire possession should have been a score. There was 3-on-1, and the guy with the ball kept it instead
And
of
Hamilton
scoring.
decided to take it by himself.
Yes.
Again, had a great game, but on a 3-and-1 with the defender right on him, I'm not sure what he was thinking, but he had 2 guys open, especially on the right side, maybe trying to get the defender off guard, but he did not convert, and GRANTCO Pacific does. And again, down by 17, not a time left, but this is their time to run. If they cannot get this deficit down to single digits in the next 2 minutes, this game could be over.
Well, you expect a team to make a run at you, so it's going to be interesting to see how National Fire reacts to that. You expect that to happen. You know, you're not going to make the score go up. You know, in a summer league game, the score is going to come down. So we're anxious to see how they respond.
Okay, you coached. I haven't. But if I'm Gilbert Hicks right now, I'm telling my team, use that shot clock. I don't want anybody shooting in the first 10 seconds unless it's an easy layup. Other than that, time is on our side. Keep using that clock.
Yeah, remember now, that is an excellent situation to be in, and that's exactly, that should be what happens. But a lot of times it does not happen.
Burnett with 2 free throws. First one is good as Chance Gallagher reports back in the game for Mexico. Keo Mexico taken out of the game. Gallagher back in with 5 fouls.
Now this is the same 5 that's been playing much of the time for National Fire.
Second free throw, no good. Mims has the rebound for a second. It goes off of him out of bounds. Tough call. Tough break.
Tough call.
They cut it down to 16. 6:01 left. Hamilton inbounding for the Fire.
No.
Velasquez double teamed in the corner, but he escapes, gets over to Hamilton, over to Party. He spins. He is double teamed. He gets it over to Hamilton. Full court pressure by GRANTCO. Hamilton throws up a crazy shot. It is no good. Gallagher with the rebound, but it's blocked. And now we've got Sadaho with the ball. He's looking to drive. Almost lost control of the ball, but it goes out of bounds. National Fire last to touch it. 5:37 left in the second half. 16-point lead, 81-65.
Game is getting a little bit out of control
Can't
now.
play even right now. You've got to cut this deficit down in a hurry.
Well, the Fire has to score. They just have to score no matter what. They just have to score.
Well, that full court pressure is definitely getting to them. They've turned the ball over several times with that pressure. Sadaho inbounding in the right corner. Wow, another foul on an inbound. That's going to go against Party. I think he was holding Gilmore. That will result in free throws for Gilmore.
Always good to score when the clock is stopped.
Right. It's the last thing you want to do if you're National Fire is let the clock stop or give them points with no clock going off, no time going off the clock. Gilmore at the line. First shot is good. 81-66. .535 left. Second free throw. In and out. Halfway down, but comes back out for Gilmore. Hamilton with a rebound. He escapes, gets it to Velasquez. He's trying to avoid the double team from even converging on him, and does. Covered by Gilmore. Gets a screen by Lefebvre. Up top to Gallagher. 14 on the shot clock. Velasquez with the ball. Definitely taking their time. Velasquez goes around a screen, goes around another screen, drives in the right, but it goes off his foot, and Cadell has the ball. Gives it over to Mins. Gets it to Burnett, cutting to the basket. Party all over him, and they're going to call that shot good. I thought that was a continuation of the NBA. Thomas Rashida calls that basket good, and a foul. And that is 5 on Party now. They've got to be careful. Good hustle by GRANTCO. They get the steal. Cadell with the steal on the ground.
Well,
Burnett converting, and one free throw coming.
That 5 has been on the floor a long time for National Fire. They're getting tired, and so that's why they're getting beat going up and down the court.
Burnett with a free throw. Now a 12-point lead. 5 minutes left.
We're in prime time. 5 minutes.
Get up
remaining
court.
game.
Velasquez covered. Full court pressure by Gilmore. He's going to be a little too close. I think that might be on Mins. I'm not sure if that's Gilmore.
Number 11,
That's on Gilmore.
Third personal.
Third foul.
Team foul.
They're in the bonus. In fact, that'll be the double bonus. 2 free throws now for National Fire. Now they've got to convert their free throws, or they're giving opportunities back to GRANTCO Pacific to get back in this game.
2 shots.
Velasquez, one of the best free throw shooters on the team for National Fire. And his first shot is good. 82-69. 4:53 left in the second half. Second free throw is good.
You can shoot it.
Burnett with the ball, crosses midcourt. He'll try to drive. Off-balance shot is looking, but Cadell gets the rebound off the air ball. Pete Mins with the ball over to Gilmore. He's driving in the lane. Left-handed shot is no good. Rebound controlled by Lefebvre. Strong rebound. Hamilton now with the ball, looking to run. Alley-oop to Gallagher. It is good. The slam dunk by Chance Gallagher from Jamari Hamilton.
From Jamari Hamilton.
Great passing, great elevation by Gallagher.
That was a great play by Gallagher. That was a hard pass to convert. Very
just like-
hard. Great hands and a great completion.
Lead up to 16 again. Burnett converts down low.
Josh Burnett.
14-point lead, 85-71 as we approach the 4-minute mark.
71.
Party is held by Hamilton. His jersey is held. Not sure what Burnett was doing there.
There's no need to do that at this particular time. 4
In the
minutes
backcourt especially.
is a long time. Very long time.
National Fire will be shooting 2 the rest of the way.
And he's a good free throw shooter.
4 minutes exactly left. And again, another run by GRANTCO, the second one we've seen in the last 5 minutes, but wasn't quite enough to get the single digits. First shot by Party is good. As Ty States checks in the game
In for GRANTCO, number
for Sadaho.
23, Ty States.
Party at the line, getting ready for a second shot. Squares up, second shot, nothing but net. 87-71. A little bit of a scare for National Fire, but they have withstood that stand or that run. Cadell with the ball. Over to Burnett. Thinks about a three, but the defense was there to just drop the ball. Cadell picks it up, drives to the basket, and converts. Heads up play by Sean Cadell. Double teaming Velasquez. He spins away. Gives it over to Party. He's by himself. Tries the alley-oop. The pass is deflected, but Lefebvre picks it up, and he gets the easy layup. Not exactly how they drew it up, but it worked.
Should have turned it out. Should have turned it out. Lucky they got a basket.
89-73, 3:25 left. Burnett, nice move to the basket, dishes it off to Cadell, and he converts again.
Sean Cadell from Joshua Burnett. 89.
But you can't match baskets at this point for GRANTCO. 14-point lead. They need to stop basically every possession now to get back in this game. 15 on the shot clock. Party taking his time for the Fire. Over to Velasquez. Double team. Gets out of it. Finds Party. He'll drive baseline. Nothing there. Gives it over to Velasquez. Loose ball, though. 2 on the shot clock. He throws it up. No good. The rebound by P.E. Mins. But long court pass is intercepted by Lefebvre. Another heads-up play by the Vulcan from Hilo. Velasquez will pull it out. Then drives in. Shot is good by Nick Velasquez. 16-point lead. 2:30 left. 91-75. Gilmore with the ball. Fakes, drives into the basket. Scoop shot is good by Caleb Gilmore. Flips on a wet spot. Thomas Yoshida will blow the whistle to mop up that area. 2:21 left in the second half. 91-77. And if you're National Fire, even if you don't get a shot off, if you use 20, 25 seconds on every possession, you've won that possession. Kainoa Peterson checking in for Joshua Burnett. Burnett's still limping on that right ankle. Party inbounding. Gets the ball back. And taking his time. P.E. Mins covering Party. 15 on the shot clock. Over to Velasquez. Gets the screen. Now Mins on Velasquez. 10 on the shot clock. 2 minutes left in the game. And Velasquez smartly taking his time. Turns the ball over. Mins intercepts it. Almost loses it. Dribbles behind his back. Over to Cadell. He'll drive baseline. He is held by Lefebvre. I'm not sure why Lefebvre was holding him. You don't want the clock to stop.
Why?
It wasn't an uncontested layup.
Don't let the other team score while the clock has stopped. So that means not fouling, especially when you're leading.
Cadell's first free throw in and out. 1:46 left in the game, 91-77. National Fire about to get their first win of the season, and it is a playoff win. Second free throw is good by Cadell. Lefebvre with the ball, looking for help. Spins away, crosses midcourt, gives it over to Velasquez, the point guard. Gives it over to Party.
Spread out, pass the ball, spread out.
And they're just going to take their time. It looks like GRANTCO is not going to foul. Down by 13. Hamilton with the ball. He drives right lane. Nothing there. States with the rebound over to P.E. Mins. And he'll try a three. And it is no good, but States with a one-handed dunk off the missed three-pointer. And it's an 11-point lead with 1:10 left. Gilmore steals the ball. Back over to Cadell. He's going to go in for the layup, and he makes it. And we're down to single digits for the first time in a long time. 91-82. The problem is only a minute left now.
No, I'll be up by 9 points with less than a minute.
National Fire with the ball in no rush. Gallagher back up top to Party. It's like GRANTCO a little bit too tired to even catch up and foul. I would foul if I was them. The only way you'd have a chance. 3-possession game. But they are not fouling. I don't understand the strategy. Lefebvre converts the easy basket. That'll just about do it. With 35 seconds left, 11-point lead. States with a long three from the right side. Almost converts, and he gets fouled. It could have been a 4-point play, which I'm sure would have driven Gilbert Hicks crazy. Instead, it'll be 3 foul shots.
But it still would have not been enough to win the game in this time.
Chance
Gallagher will
the
foul
game
out.
with
That's
his
6th
fifth
foul.
personal foul.
30 seconds left, a little bit too late. But it is a 3-possession game if he converts 2 or 3 of these. But again, with 30 seconds left, going to take a miracle.
Tie stays at the line, 3 shots.
First free throw is good. It's making the game a lot more interesting
Yes,
down the
very
stretch than it
much,
was
very much
as
so.
opposed to an 80-57 lead that we saw a few minutes ago for the Fire. Tie State's second free throw is good. 93-84. But if you're GRANTCO Pacific, I don't think you're looking for a respectable score. You wanted to win.
No, not at the end.
Third free throw. I'm not sure if he missed it on purpose or intentionally, but it is off. And Nick Velasquez gets the ball. He is fouled with 27 seconds left on the clock.
States, first personal.
And we will get 2 free throws for Velasquez.
At the line, Nick Velasquez, 2 shots.
So National Fire will advance. Their reward will be chosen few in the 6 o'clock game on Thursday. First free throw is good by Velasquez.
Yeah, that should be a good game. Chosen Few is a good club, though.
They were 7-2 this year.
Good size.
Coached
good
by John
size.
Lane.
Good size and
Timeout,
smart
National
players
Fire,
out there
4.
for Chosen Few.
Both free throws are good. 95-84 lead. I think, Tony, we are finally getting those 3 players that you would say weren't playing earlier, that you would only play when the game is won. And I believe they are checking into the game right now.
All right. Good for them.
Would you feel that that would be a good thing to do as a coach, to put a player in with just a few seconds left? I've seen where some players decline that invitation if it's 3 or 4 seconds left to come in a game for their only appearance.
Well, you know, I was a coach that I usually only kept 9, 10, 11 players on my team. I did not ever keep a large team. I didn't believe in that. And I thought that everybody did want to play. So, you know, if you're going to substitute to make sure everybody plays, you do that in the first half. You don't worry about substituting at the end of the game unless you got it won. And then, of course, if you got it won, you can do whatever you want.
Well, Gilbert Hicks was talking to those 3 players that didn't play. They're all lacing up their shoes, but they're not coming in the game. I'm not sure what the message was. Maybe next time he told them. As Peterson converts a 3, and it's an 8-point game, 95-87. Full court pressure with 20 seconds left, but Hamilton all by himself.
Smart play.
And that really will do it.
Smart play. Smart play.
Peterson fouls. Hamilton will go to the line for 2. After Peterson converts the 3, if you steal that inbound, you do have a slight chance. Again, time is against you. I like the fact that GRANTCO had no quit in them. They looked like they were out of this game several times, but they kept having runs to get back little by little. Just wasn't enough at the end.
Well, that's what happens when you have a smaller, quicker team. You know what I mean? It's easier, I think, at the end of the game to press rather than big guys. You have to take your big guys out at the end of the game when they're pressing you anyway. So
Hamilton makes the first free throw. Second one is good. 10-point lead, 97-87. Mins with the ball, 13 seconds left. He'll try out 3. Nothing but net for P.E. Mins. 7-point game. 10 seconds left. Party with the ball. He will get fouled by P.E. Mins. It'll be 2 free throws for Alejandro Party out of Chaminade.
I don't know if that's not an intentional foul.
And I believe Mins is fouled out, if I've heard it correctly. I thought they said 6. Maybe just a 5th foul, but 7 seconds left. It doesn't really matter at this point. First free throw is good by Party.
I knew this would be a high, both in the 90s. You know, guards out there, it's going to be a high-scoring game. So we have two games that both went into the 90s.
And I remember 2 years ago, GRANTCO Pacific won this championship with Alan Silver as the coach. Back then, they had Jeremy Robinson, Christian Stanhardinger on their team. Not the same guys. Those guys were not here tonight. States with a 3. It is short. Peterson with the rebound, and that will do it. Ball game is over, 99-90. And the National Fire Protection, we talked about an 0-9 team, that they are dangerous. They win their first game of the year at the perfect time, and they advance to the semifinals. They will have chosen few Thursday night at 6 o'clock.
Well, I think it's a great win for them, and it was a good game. You know, even though it was a little bit, you always were worried about the other team coming back, but Great working with you, Gary, and I'll see you Thursday.
Second game on Thursday looks to be a great game as well, where we'll have Electricians Hawaii, Artie Wilson's team, against World Strategy Partners, who won the first game tonight, and that first game was 98-91. Both scores pretty close to we had 98-91 and 99-90.
So all the games were in the 90s, which leads to a exciting offense and good for the people to watch and enjoy.
I will not put you on the spot because I cannot even predict who will win, because when you have an 0-9 team win, all bets are off. But I think we're in for two really exciting semifinals on Thursday night. And I believe we're going to have one of the players join us here in just a second. And we'll get him here. Alejandro Party will be joining us in just a second. Okay. And we've got Alejandro Party here. Congratulations on the win. First of all, your thoughts. You guys were 0-9 going into this game. How were you able to win for the first time all season?
We've been playing great all season. The scoreboard just didn't show it. We had a first half against this team, our second game, where we had 72 points. So we know this team can play. It's just a matter of putting it all together, and tonight we got lucky. Played a good team. Jeremy Robinson was out, obviously, so that would have made a big difference for them. But good season to them, and it just all came together.
Now, what year are you at Chaminade?
Well, I graduated in 2014.
Oh, you graduated
yeah,
already,
yeah.
so you're going to play. That's why you feel a little bit comfortable out there, and you made all your free throws. Is that why?
I guess so. Yeah.
Nice job tonight. Very good game.
It was interesting also because you're listed as 6 feet. I'm not sure how generous that is, but there were several times there where you posted up your defender, Caleb Gilmore. I was saying during the second half that I think you scored more baskets from 2 feet away than from 15 feet away. What was your strategy as far as posting up most of the game?
Whenever you're matched up against a quick player like Caleb, you just gotta see what you have that he doesn't have. And for me, it was the post game tonight. But man, he was killing me off the dribble. He's a quick little guy. Yeah.
Now, you guys had a comfortable lead throughout the game, but there were several times within 10 minutes of the second half being over where they made runs. They cut it down from 18 to 10, another time to 11, then got it down to, I think, 9 or 8 with about 2 minutes left. What was going through your guys' mind when they were making those runs and were getting back in the game?
Well, it was defense for one thing, but we were pretty cold on offense too when they were making those runs. So we just had to get back in there, play loose, get the fast break layups, fast break threes, and just play our game, weather the storm. I could tell everybody we didn't want it to go down to a last shot. We wanted to take care of it by like a good 10, 15 points, and that's what we did.
Is it hard not getting complacent when you have a double-digit lead basically the entire second half?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the scorebooks this season, we've given up plenty of games where we were up at halftime and just didn't convert, but tonight we just pulled it off.
No, well, I think that this is one of your better games this year, you yourself personally, not just the team. What do you think about that? Because I don't know how many points you scored, but it seemed to me that this is one of the best games that you've played all year.
Yeah, probably. I would agree. And I don't know how to explain it. In the past, I've been more of an assist guy, hooking up Jamari and Nick. They both had a couple games ago, they both had 30 each. I think they combined for over 70 points, but tonight it was just my night.
Now, was it very surprising for you to be able to make those moves under the basket and score almost every single time?
No, I mean, that's something that I practice on, especially getting older. I'm going to be 27 now. I'm not as quick as I used to be. But so just add any little thing to your game and stay competitive. Come out here and have fun. That's the main thing.
Well, you look really good doing them, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm actually kind of curious, though. You played at Chaminade. What brought you to Chaminade University?
Actually, a cross-country scholarship. So I came out here running and then ended up walking onto the basketball team.
Oh, we can see you running tonight. It definitely paid dividends tonight.
I got used to that.
That happens to all of us. Have you any thought? You're playing chosen few on Thursday. Obviously, at this time of the year, you win or go home, but you have a lot of confidence. I imagine that's going to help a little bit on Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to come out and play the same way. Chosen few, they're stacked. I don't know what they did in the draft, but they got every 7-footer every 6'8" guy on the island on that team. So we're going to have to box out, rebound, play defense, and just go out there and play loose again, get our shots up, and see how it goes.
Congratulations again, an 0-9 team, but that doesn't matter when the playoffs start, and you guys advance, and you'll be in the semifinals on Thursday night. We'll look forward to that.
Right on. See you guys.
Thank you, Alejandro. Appreciate that. A great game for Alejandro Party out of Chaminade, and as you mentioned, he was here on a cross-country scholarship. That's what brought him to Chaminade. So, again, the matchups on Thursday, we'll have every game on Olelo TV at 6 o'clock. It will be National Fire Protection against Chosen Few, coached by John Lane. They are 7-2 this season. The second semifinal on Thursday at 7:30, Artie Wilson's Electricians Hawaii against Walt Strategy Partners. We saw them coached by James William. They won the first quarterfinal game tonight. Saturday is a championship. Every game here at Maryknoll School on Tony Salito Court. We will have all the games on Olelo TV, and I think we're in for a treat on Thursday and Saturday, Tony. I'm not going to pick winners. I think anything can happen in the playoffs, but we saw two good basketball games tonight.
Well, I'm not going to pick winners either, because obviously if a 0-9 team can win, then anybody can win. But I think it'll be very interesting. I think the 4 teams scored in the 90s, so now you got something to look forward to on Thursday and Saturday, because I think the teams are going to score. And whenever you're in a summer league, and everybody has to really understand this, scoring is very, not only is it important, but it's also entertaining. So that's what you see when you see in the summer league. And so we're going to see that on Thursday and Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it, because some guys, Julian Sensley made a couple great shots. Alejandro made a couple great shots, and I think it really adds to the game. So I'm sure that people watching will really enjoy it.
Well, we had a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully you did on watching on Olelo TV. Want to thank all the staff, John Wong and everybody here, the cameramen, people in the truck, everybody helping out for this broadcast. It was fun doing the games again with Tony Salito. I will be here for the 7:30 game on Thursday. I'm not sure who you have in the first game. We'll all find out on Thursday. Free admission, plenty of parking here at Maryknoll School, and if you can't make it down, we will bring you the game on Olelo TV, and we'll look forward to the semifinals, 6 o'clock on Thursday, 7:30 the second game, and Saturday night the championship, all at Maryknoll School. And we'll look forward to giving you all these games and all the action right here on Olelo TV. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on Thursday.
Aloha.